Installation steps. The first step, SF60-4 installation. Remove the packing belt. Remove the screws securing the bottom of the wooden box. Take away the wooden box. Remove the packaging bag. Remove the screws securing the accessories to the wooden board. Insert the two lift levers into the machine body bracket. Move the machine to a safe place. Remove the screws on both sides of the crossbeam. Insert the crossbeam into the corresponding square slot on the vertical leg. Secure it with 5 screws. Install the other vertical leg in the same way. Remove the 2 screws from the cross leg. Remove the 4 screws securing the feeding and taking up bracket. Remove the cover. Take the feeding and taking up bracket and place it on the cross leg. Secure it with 2 screws. Install the remaining 5 paper feeding and taking up brackets in the same manner. Insert the 2 feeding and taking up support rods into the corresponding holes of the dual power taking up units. Place the assembled components in the bracket at the bottom of the base vertical leg. Take the feeding and taking up bracket cover and place it on the bracket. Secure it with 4 screws. Do the same on the other side. Secure the crossbeam connectors on both sides with 3 screws each. Insert the 2 feeding and taking up support rods into the corresponding holes of the single power taking up units. Place the assembled components in the bracket at the top of the base cross leg. Take the feeding and taking up bracket cover and place it on the bracket. Secure it with 4 screws. Do the same on the other side. Insert the 2 feeding and taking up support rods into the corresponding holes of the feeding units. Place the assembled components in the bracket at the bottom of the base vertical leg. Take the feeding and taking up bracket cover and place it on the bracket. Secure it with 4 screws. Do the same on the other side. Remove the 4 screws at the bottom of the vertical leg. Take the UV chiller brackets. Secure with screws. Loosen the 2 screws in the middle of the right vertical leg. Take the UV chiller base. Secure with 4 screws. Tighten the 2 screws on the right vertical leg. Install 2 screws on the side of the UV chiller base. Take the waste ink bottle bracket. Tighten the 2 screws. Remove the 4 screws at the top of the vertical legs. Take out the main machine connector. Secure with 4 screws. Do the same on the other side. Install as shown in the picture. Lift the machine. Find the corresponding slot. Place it on the base. Remove the screws securing the main machine bracket. Remove the main machine bracket. Secure the main machine connector with screws. Loosen the 2 screws on the back of the machine. Take the ink cartridge assembly and place it in the corresponding position. Secure it with 2 screws. Remove the 4 screws from the ink cartridge assembly. Remove the ink cartridge cover. Connect the ink tube to the ink cartridge. Move the clamp to the connection point. Install the ink cartridge cover. Secure with 4 screws. Open the machine cover. Remove the carriage lock. Loosen the screws on both sides of the carriage. Remove the carriage cover. Place the UV chiller on the base. Take the cords. Connect the UV chiller according to the label. Insert the power cord. Insert the 2 water pipes into the UV chiller. Install as shown in the picture. Place the waste ink bottle into the bracket. Connect with waste ink alarm cord. Insert the waste ink tube into the waste ink bucket. Add an appropriate amount of coolant. Turn on the switch. Turn on the taking up unit switch. Observe whether it is running normally. Turn on the earth leakage circuit breaker. Turn on the machine switch. Observe the machine initialization action. Move the carriage out of the ink stack. Turn off the machine switch. Open the data cable. Insert the printhead according to the label on the data cable. Wrap the connection between the printhead and the data cable with acetate tape. Place the printhead in the fixed position. Secure it with 3 screws. Install the remaining printheads in the same way. Connect the ink dampers. Use a syringe to suck ink into the ink dampers. Insert them into the corresponding position. Install it as shown in the picture. Move the press plate to the appropriate position. Loosen the feeding unit knob. Install the A-film and adjust it to the appropriate position. Tighten the knob. Pull the A-film through the taking up unit support rod and lift it up to the machine's print panel. Press down on a film with the press plate. Unscrew the knob. Insert the paper rod into B-film. Place it in the corresponding position. Tighten the knob. Pull the B-film through the heating roller. Open the printer. Turn the lift switch to lower the heating roller. Cut open the upper layer of the A-film. Pull the upper layer of a film to the rear of the machine. Install the taking up tube. Secure the upper layer of a film to the taking up tube with adhesive tape. Machine installation completed. The second step. Software installation. Unzip the file. Double-click the application. Follow the prompts. Software installation completed. The third step. Machine adjustment. Clean the nozzle. Print the nozzle check. Check nozzle status. Vertical adjustment. Take printheads H3 for example. Normal. Incorrect. Loosen the 4 screws around the printhead H3. Turn the right screw in a clockwise direction to the appropriate position. Secure the 4 screws around the printhead. Incorrect. Loosen the 4 screws around the printhead H3. Turn the right screw in a counterclockwise direction to the appropriate position. Secure the 4 screws around the printhead. Nozzle check. Take printheads H1 and H3 for example. Normal. Incorrect. Loosen the 4 screws around the printhead H3. Turn both knobs clockwise to the appropriate position. Secure the 4 screws around the printhead. Incorrect. Loosen the 4 screws around the printhead H3. Turn the 2 knobs counterclockwise to the appropriate position. Secure the 4 screws around the printhead. Step adjustment. Normal. Incorrect. Fill in the -2 and click Calculate. Head space adjustment horizontal left distance. Normal. The best position for overlap is 0. Incorrect. Head space adjustment horizontal right distance. Normal. The best position for overlap is 0. Incorrect. Head space adjustment vertical distance. Normal. The best position for overlap is 0. Incorrect. Bidirectional adjustment. Normal. The best position for overlap is 0. Incorrect. Calibration completed.